gentlemen, God bless you, and heaven help you. Welcome all to this place of fantastic impossibilities. Look you now upon this space, this most barren, ugly, and pitiful of places. How wretched, how sad, how miserable and rude this empty spot, void of life, of art, and love. But hold, what is that I hear? The dangling and jangling of tiny bells, ringing forth their joyous messages, promising gifts of glorious grandeur and blossoming beauty to us all. Behold this space, this most barren, ugly, miserable, rude, and wretched space, transformed before your very unbelieving eyes into the glory and magnificence of...
1, 2, 3.
Alekino! Look what we found! Oh, move, you scrawny little centipede. Oh, look at him move, like a couple of worms wrapping themselves around a shtick. Hurry up, run! We've stumbled on the door of salvation. Oh, you snail, can't you shove along any faster? We're only 4 steps, 3 hugs, 2 kisses, and a ha-to-do from a mountain of food and drink. Food and drink where? There's no food and drink. Just doors, houses, kicks, bruises, no sleep, no meat, no wine, no... Doors and houses, yes, but whose? Whose? Cynthia's. We've stumbled on Cynthia's door. Cynthia, the kitchen queen. Oh, sweet promise, sweetest Cynthia. Remember when last we met? Remember the knock on the door? And remember how soon we parted? And what did you whisper to me when that husband, that snooper, that roomy Coviello was burrowing through your cupboards and nosing through your pails? Come back, you sighed. Come back, and we'll be quits with the old fool for what he has made us bear. Pocket, remember? Do you have it still? I begged you hold tight to Cynthia's promise. Oh, sweet promise, sweetest Cynthia. Oh, how long we've waited to embrace our Cynthia's dinners, breakfast, suppers, and in-between time meals, and to devour with passion her leeks, her vegetables, her tender meats, her white wines, her red wines, her stews, her pastries. And her dear, sweet love.
Oh, you there, man? Help me. You're a friend.
I am that and nothing else.
You're a fellow man.
Fellow man.
Fellow man, do you know what I am?
You are a bird.
I am a husband. Commedia the husband.
Oh, friend, tell me, what sort of a bird is a husband?
What indeed? What is he but the chattel of a wife who's given beatings for his charity and mercy?
And maggoty meat for his dinner.
Whose love and faithfulness is rewarded with slander, suspicion, lying, and being found out.
And who gets no dinner because of it?
Who in one day feels all the tortures of all the martyrs in the Pope's book.
Who gets nothing to eat at the end of it?
His body is full of bruises, his head full of shouts and commands, his heart full of grief and despair.
And only his belly is empty.
Who's accused of living like a bishop, of loving like an abbey, of singing and laughing all day like a monk. And does he? No!
No! He fasts and starves like an anchorite.
And then will you, my friend, help me in my vow of abstinence. Witness that from this time forth, Coviello will abstain from wives, from all wives, all but one.
Of course. Cynthia.
Flaminia.
Who?
Flaminia, of course, Flaminia.
But you have abstained from all wives.
From all wives, all but one, Pantalone's wife. Pantalone's wife is not a wife.
Not your wife.
She is not a wife. She is an elegant repast, savor of fine living. She is a dinner cooked for the Archduke's only daughter's betrothal to the Cardinal's favorite mistress's son. Flaminia is the vapor of the white wine, the aroma of the salad, the sauce of the meat, the nectar of the fruits. No, they are all too gross for Flaminia. She is the distillation of the vapor, the swoon of the aroma, the sauciness of the sauce, the aphrodisiac of the nectar.
Oh, come, I will help you eat her.
But not so fast, my friend. First, we must dispose of that old goat Pantalone.
Or leave the disposal of the husbands to me.
Oh, that is, my friend. You do that for me, and I make you a great promise. If we get Flaminia alone with me, we will share in my heart.
Share?
Oh, my dear friend, Pantalone is a rich man, a very rich man, and Flaminia keeps his keys. Once I have spent the night with Flaminia. You, my dear friend, will be well rewarded with anything that Pantalone owns.
Anything?
From the bottom of my heart.
A promise?
A promise.
There goes the old goat Coviello, doing in the old goat Pantalone. Oh, these old bearded geldings with all their manhood dangling from their spittle and their chins.
Hola, Flaminia!
Hola, Flaminia! His voice cracking like a boy's of 13, hawking wares he hasn't got, crying promises he can't pay.
Ardent Coviello!
Come quickly, she is here. Stranger Flaminia.
What is that frightful bundle you were holding? Is it a dead beast?
No, my angel, do not be frightened. You see, it is only a man. It is my friend who has come from heaven to help us. He did not mean to frighten you. Did you mean to frighten my angel, my friend?
No, I did not mean to frighten his angel, my angel. Did I mean to frighten his angel, my friend? No. His friend did not mean to frighten his angel, his angel.
Is he out of his mind, Coviello?
No, my dearest. He has come to help us. Will you forgive him?
Oh, anything. But another night with Pantalone. Oh, as my sweet Coviello knows, I abide by custom, decorum, and so on. But always, Flaminia confesses her fault. She has been a slave to fashion. As the world knows, the fashion has not yet been born that has escaped me. None has left me more than 2 days behind, or just time enough to get at my husband's chest when he was asleep and into the shops when he was away. For now, that the fashion for 2 whole weeks has dictated that wives be virtuous, I have made a solemn vow to break with it. Coviello, help me be brave and true to my oath.
Oh, my fragile tenderness, you can depend on me. I will help you to be true to your vow. And here is the perfect friend who has promised to help you keep your vow, to break your vow.
And I can trust him.
Oh, my honesty, even as you can trust in me.
Walk off for a moment, dear Coviello. Let me speak with him. Dear friend, come close to me. What is your name?
Arlecchino.
Dear sweet Arlecchino, could you help me? Honest Arlecchino!
Oh, gracious Banquet, ask anything of me.
Then you will help me undo my husband.
Oh, fair aroma, he or any other.
And you will get Coviello into my house tonight.
This night or any other. Tender meat.
Tender meat!
Forgive me, I was dreaming of a feast.
So?
Oh, but I can content myself with its fragrance. If I am promised that, I will help another man to dine his fill.
You dear, clever tradesman, if you can but think of a way to get Coviello into my house, you shall have meat of me as well as fragrance.
Meat of you.
A banquet. Everything that lies in my power to spread before you.
Well, then, I will help the young pheasant to an old onion and win for myself, if I understand aright, at least a bit of the dessert.
Oh, a promise.
A promise. Oh, Coviello, here is our plan.
Everything is arranged.
Everything's arranged.
Oh, my loyal friend.
Both of you are to pretend that Alecchino is mute and that he's a country cousin of Coviello's. When we meet Pantalone, be aghast at the foul odor of his breath and urge him to see a dentist.
But how am I to get into Pantalone's house tonight?
Oh, an old man is a natural fool. Nothing is easier. For instance, let Flaminia make it known to him that his son and heir is on the way.
What? Then the old fool will never leave my side. Dote on me night and day. Give me things to suck, pillows to lie on, and wait on me with the devotion of a profligate son, standing with pen and parchment over his father's deathbed. Oh, no, it's too...
That I should live to teach a womanly wisdom. Little pheasants want this and that, need things here and there, command night and morning. Bring him near, send him far. He comes into the presence, dismiss him, dismissed, recall him. His friends, the merchants, are at your door. You need solitude. Your friends, the comedians, are in the square. You need noise, bustle, excitement. From morning till night, you whisper after him, Pantalone, for my own delight. And your satisfaction, lie with me tonight. And from night till morning, you whisper hoarsely, as though the convulsion is overtaking you, Pantalone, Pantalone. If you love your wife and your own posterity, sleep on the carpet in the other room. Begin with limons.
Limons?
You need limons. You dote on them. You have the taste for limons. And would he be so niggardly a father as to deny you harmless little limons? Father, says Pantalone. Father! Flaminia, can you find it in your virtue to fool the old fool from there?
Honest Alecchino, you are a masterpiece.
Do you keep horses in the very house of so wealthy a merchant as Pantalone?
Horses? What horses?
Oh, no, it's just the cook tossing swill into the canal from the other side of the house.
It is swill, and it is going into the canal, but it is not the cook who is tossing it in.
Who then?
My husband. When he rises in the morning, he goes to the window overlooking the canal to... clear his throat!
Save her, my friend! Save her from that old man.
You remember your promise?
Yes, yes, what shall I do now?
Stand away from the door. As Pantalone comes out, I will meet him.
But he does not know you.
Oh, he will know me soon enough.
What are you doing here? Is this the house of God that you should beg at my door? Coviello, what's the matter with the beggar?
Better, my dear friend Pantalone. This is my dear friend Alecchino, my country cousin who has come to visit me.
Oh, I have offended him then.
Alecchino, stand up and greet our dear friend Pantalone. Pantalone wants to know if he has offended you. Stop your bawling, Alecchino, and you will have his apology from his very own mouth. With his very own breath. Forgive him, Pantalone. Cousin Alecchino is well beloved by his country neighbors. He has a good heart, and he's the very merriest of the village idiots.
Oh, merriest. Little joke. You see, Pantalone can laugh at an idiot as well as any man. What is the matter with you? Coviello, were you merry in the village too?
That breath, oh, that breath. Cousin Arlecchino says that is not breath. Cousin Arlecchino says that dead men stuffed with garlic wouldn't smell like that.
Stuffed with garlic?
Cousin Arlecchino wants to know when you were talking to him. Were you standing on your head?
Idiot!
Because Cousin Arlecchino thinks that perhaps you were...
What does the idiot cousin think?
Cousin Arlecchino thinks...
Ardent Pantalone!
No, my plague.
Have you taken to beating your friends in the streets? Why? Have they offended you? Have you offended my dear husband, Pantalone?
Yes, they have offended the dignity of my middle age.
How? In what way? Tell me and we will make a public scandal of it.
No. It was a private matter, hardly anything. Well, a public scandal indeed. One in the household is enough. Oh, it was nothing. Nothing at all.
I'm faint. Help me. I'm falling.
Oh, what is the matter with me, Flaminia? Tell me before I walk the streets this morning.
It is nothing. Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. I fell 3 people in 3 minutes just by opening my mouth, and you say it's nothing at all? What's the matter with me? Am I the plague? Am I the last messenger?
Stand away, Pantalone. Over there. Open your mouth. Wide. Wider.
What is it? What does he see?
Cousin Arlecchino says teeth.
Teeth? Teeth? Well, of course he saw teeth. What did he expect to see? Size and hourglasses?
Cousin Arlecchino says that when the teeth come out, the smell will go too.
Must they come out?
They must.
How many must I lose? Oh, suddenly I'm very old.
Oh, my Paolo. My Hercules. My Pan old. Hercules old. A bucket old. Oh, no. Can a few teeth change a man's passion? Can a husband's virtues be undone in the mouth? Oh, Pantalone, what curious discerning woman was ever put off by a mumble? For me, my Apollo will shine, with or without his teeth. I will find a dentist for you, Achilles.
How can I thank you enough, my Iphigenia?
Get to the lemons, Clytemnestra.
Pantalone, come here to me.
A command? You command me, Helen?
When you return today, you will bring me some limons.
Limon? I will bring you limons. I, Agamemnon. I, Achilles.
I, Diana, will have limons. I have a craving for them. I dote on them. I need a limons. And will you be so niggardly a father that you will deny me harmless little limons?
Oh, Achilles bring limons home from battle. A father bringing a gift of the... Father? Hecuba! You will have your limons. An armful. A bushel. No, a chest of limons. All the limons in the stall will be yours, Pantalone. Father Pantalone will drag the chest to the street himself. Oh, tonight, Flaminia, you will have limons at your feet.
And will they be ripe, Pantalone?
Ripe. A father brings ripe limons.
Will they be in a chest? A large chest?
Oh, in a chest, ripe.
Oh, and will you lock the limons in a chest?
Oh, they will be locked in a chest. Ripe. Tonight, limons are ripe. Father, locked in a chest. No.
You have your lemons tonight, Flaminio.
Oh, dear Arlecchino.
Am I my meat? Publish.
Promise.
A promise.
Flaminia! Oh, Flaminia, there's something I forgot to tell you. Where are you? Oh, what news to celebrate. Oh, she is gone. Dearest mother, dearest. Oh, plague on her. Let her go. Huh. Well, her news put me off entirely. I had meant to tell her before I left this morning that I was not coming home at all tonight, for my business is calling me elsewhere. She will have her limons. I will bring the chest, and then to business. Oh, that business is a comfort to a man's heart who is plagued with the coquetry of a young wife who has eyes for everyone but her husband. An honest wife is what a fair husband needs. Oh, and Pantalone, you have found her. Oh, and if that coquette, that plague I took for a wife doesn't find me out, oh, I will call her Franceschina. Oh, that good woman with the honest tongue. Oh, and if she can be rid of her husband tonight, Pantalone will celebrate his new fatherhood with an enviable try for another son. No, Zanni, what a lucky man you are to have such a wife as Franceschina to bear you sons, and such a man as Pantalone to provide them for you. Oh, Franceschina! Franceschina! Your fond merchant Pantalone is here with his wares. Oh, good Franceschina, come out and have a look at your purchase. Oh, come out, good Franceschina, and together we will drive a hard bargain. No.
Pantalone, oh, my sweet lover and my impotent husband's cuckolder. How are you? Oh, when can we be in bed again together? Can you be rid of that harlot wife tonight and taste the joys of an honest woman's love? Or is your painted slut so malicious that she would tie you like a dog to the foot of the bed and keep you virtuous and in sight while she routes all night with lewd actors and mountebanks for your very eyes?
Oh, good Franceschina, I know how evil appears in your eyes.
Bawdry is my abomination.
But a little deceit now and then is the salt of love.
Deceit? Oh, you let a deceiver near me, and I will crush his bones. Do you hear me? Crush his bones. Oh, my protector Pantalone, never speak to me of deceit.
No, perchance we should whisper, not shout, Zanni might hear us.
Zanni? Don't you worry about Sally. Zanni's too deaf to hear even a wife, too blind to see who, even a lover, and too old to be even a husband. No, I'm proud I need conceal nothing from him.
Yeah! Oh, then we will be together tonight, and nothing will hinder us. And before I come, we will send a sign, a message that we are free.
Oh, make it plain and honest, Pantalone. No deceitful lover's notes. I hate a deceitful message.
Oh, till tonight, virtue.
Till tonight, my centaur.
Curse her innocence, curse her virtuous beauty, and curse that decaying lecher Coviello. She gave me meat. Meat! Am I starving, or am I a starving man? Oh, Arlecchino, you clever lover. Arlecchino, the trickster, the rogue. Everybody, look at Arlecchino. Only Arlecchino is clever enough to be cuckolded without even having a wife. Come, Arlecchino, can you sing with the lovers? No. Well, then join with the cuckolds, and you will have your revenge. Pantalone! Thieves are in your house. Pantalone, come out. Steal your treasure. Pantalone, you better come out, baby, and save your meat. Everybody save your meat down together. Save your meat. Save your meat. Save your meat. Calling you by other names. Other names? Do you want other names, Pantalone?
Are you calling my neighbor Pantalone?
Hello? Who is this old bag of wrinkles? A venerable old gentleman, can you tell me where I might find Pantalone?
Venerable? You call me venerable? A man with his blood raging for his posterity? Oh no, Pantalone is venerable. Call him an old gentleman, not a man with a quick step and a clear eye.
A sprightly cadaver? What does this rosy babe want with his posterity? Oh, Arlecchino, a perfect customer to business. Young man, look at me. Do you see me?
Why should I not? Of course I see you. Ask Pantalone the mole if he is blind, not Zani the eagle.
Oh, but what do you see? Ah! It's only Arlecchino, my child. Under Arlecchino's vanities and frills, there lies concealed a practitioner.
A man of the science.
Of these science, friendly science. Now I was calling Pantalone on a medical matter.
Oh, the poor man. He's dropping into the grave, I know. Is he dying?
Oh, no, it wasn't his death, but his birth I was to tell him about. Pantalone has just been delivered of a son.
That ancient monument? Impossible.
I have delivered a son to Pantalone that is a solemn tribute to the father.
Oh, that fallow unicorn, that worn-through shoe. How could it be?
A son that will be his heir, his posterity, his future.
Oh, no. He's a discarded calendar. He's yesterday's gossip. He's a dried dug. How could he beget a child?
Through the magic of Dr. Arlecchino's science.
That alone?
And with the help of Pantalone's wife, of course. As a medical confidence, young man, let me tell you that Flaminia is a great aid in begetting a son.
Well, that's all very well for Flaminia, you know. My wife is too lazy to do anything. And in fact, in strictest confidence, of course, to the esteemed doctor, it's not my fault at all that we have no child, but Franceschina's. Would you believe it, good doctor? A confidence, you understand, since no one lives who suspects. Sometimes you would think she had reason not to lust for my manhood.
For your manhood? She doesn't lust for you. What reason, Sonny?
I don't know. Who can say what is in a woman's mind?
Sonny, I have the cure, Pantalone's cure. Dr. Arlecchino will dig a son out of the very earth. Is it agreed I can use your wife?
Yes, use her, good doctor.
Oh, perfect husband. Now quickly, Sonny, bring a spade, a rope, and a great basket to carry the child into the house.
She will beget it here.
Here and nowhere else.
Ooh, today I become a papa too.
Call your wife, bring the basket, and we begin.
Franceschina! Franceschina! Come out! This good doctor is going to get you a child.
Why are you calling me, you decayed vessel, you sunken cheese? What stupidity is exciting you now?
Worthless, lazy plum of a young, tantalizing, and rewarding female. You will thank your husband yet, who is good enough to bless you with a child with the help of this good doctor who sits before you now.
That? Ha!
Come back, unnatural woman, and listen to the doctor, do you hear?
Oh, listen to the doctor, good Franceschina, after your husband has gone for the basket. Dr. Arlecchino, gentle wife, humble practitioner and master minister to a woman's needs, will explain to you what a blessing in disguise has come to you today.
Yes, listen to the doctor. Follow his instructions to the letter. Oh, and though you do not deserve it, he will get you a child.
A blessing in disguise is a lover. There is no other for a woman. And if you, who are no more a doctor than my husband, are an honest lover who is lying his way into my house, say so at once. Take off your disguise. Give me a chance to vouch for your blessing. Oh, and I will have you into my bed before my idiot husband is out of the house. Oh, if you are, then say the one word. Yes! If not, then I will beat you down the street, have you hung for an imposter, a charlatan, an obscene betrayer of honest wives looking for plain lovers, and a cheater of women's hopes. What is your answer?
Bountiful wife!
What is your answer?
Yes!
Then hide in the basket that you tell the old fool will hold the child. He will carry it into the house, deposit it beside my bed, And then after I have abused him for a clumsy idiot and locked him out, you will come out of the basket and you will give me your entire blessing. And remember, none of your tricks.
A promise.
A promise. Oh.
Here is everything you called for, worthy doctor. Is there anything else I need to dig for the child?
But it's not you who digs, Sonny, but your wife.
Huh?
Oh, but what should Sonny do while she digs?
Spin.
Oh, a miracle is coming to pass, that men should be taken out of the earth, out of dust. The wonders of medicine. Dig, Francescina.
And God bless our enterprise.
Oh, yes.
Oh, we are blessed. Oh, look, doctor. Francescina, look. The revenge is playing already. Oh, wait, my son. A few more blows and you're out.
The rope.
Grab hold of the rope, little darling. Oh, don't cry, sweetheart. Daddy's holding on.
Which of you had the strength to pull the devil out of hell?
Oh, a boy! It's a boy!
That old toad couldn't do it. And that wisp of straw over there couldn't lift his eyes. Well, then it must have been the woman. What news this will be for hell. What an event!
What news?
That a woman should stop the devil in his work.
Come, my child. Give me your hand and I'll pull you out. Oh, Francescina, is the boy some swaddling clothes? Do you want him to freeze?
Pull me out. Come here and try, you old court.
Ooh, what spirit! What a voice! Come, give me your hand, little angel. What a child! The little darling weighs more than his papa. Are you all right, Angel?
My toe is caught.
Oh, don't worry, sweetheart. I'll have you out. Hang on. Just a little more, darling. Hang on a little longer now. Where's the rest of the child?
Here I am.
Oh, there you are. So you are. Oh, but I've pulled off his dear little arm. How will he manage with only one arm?
Oh, I'll
My
manage.
little angel only has one arm.
I'll manage,
Oh,
Dr. Wally.
He only has one arm. My poor angel's without arms.
Lots of arms, lots of arms. And legs, not to legs.
Francescina, don't just stay there, kid. Help me deliver our son before he throws away all his precious
Oh,
parts.
you're mad, you old fossil. Lunatic, old
Monster mother! Look at your monster mother, darling. Look, she won't even help your papa deliver his own son. Both together now. Heave ho!
Heave-ho,
Heave ho!
heave-ho,
Once more and you're ours, child. Heave ho!
heave-ho.
Oh, my darling Francescina, did I play the doctor well?
If you can stop your lies and deceits for a moment, climb into that basket, and that dolt, that imbecile, will carry you into my house if Francescina has to break his back to do it.
Your promise, gentle wife, you will give as your promise to your honest lover?
Villain, thief, player with words. Oh, did not Francescina say once she had something for her honest lover? Oh, is there anyone still living who doubts Francescina's word?
Madonna, does Alechino have the valor to doubt?
Sonny, wake up! Our child has risen!
My child has risen. Oh, but where is he?
Oh, within the basket, you
Come, my little cure of old age. Into the house with you. Francescina, for your own good, if not for mine, help me lift our blessed little intruder.
Be careful of your bones, gray horse. Be careful you don't crumple into powder as you lift him and make him bump his precious bottom.
Zani delivered him once. He can deliver him again. Heave ho! The weight, the precious weight of him. Oh, Francescina, feel the weight of him.
Oh, I will, you dolt. I will.
And good for nothing. He wants a mother's love. Fondle him. Promise me you will fondle him.
Oh, go on, you fool, I promise.
And he wants strength. Suckle him tenderly, Franceschi.
Long and tenderly, old ruin. Long and tenderly.
And that envious old merchant will never laugh at me again, do you hear? Oh no, my precious burden is bigger than Pantalones.
Much bigger, much bigger.
Oh, what spirit, what a child.
Oh, my precious burden. Oh, much bigger.
Sonny carrying a heavy basket. Never did I think it possible. Never did I think he could still lift a crutch. Cuckolds, Sonny will be your friend. Why should not Sonny carry the chest into Pantalone's house? Surely the old fool will want to help me make a fool of the old fool Pantalone.
Out, you fool!
Oh, Coviello, I am a happy man.
Sonny, my good friend, what has come over you?
My wife, she's just driven me from the house. She threw a box, a mirror, a shoe at me, and she forbid me to return to her sight until I'd cast off 40 of my years. And I'm the happiest man in the world.
Oh, but husband would not be happy, Sonny, with such a loving forbid. Where is such another wife who forbids as Sonny's wife forbids? Lucky Sonny, my good friend, oh, that I could share in your good fortune, Sonny. Ah, I weep for you, joy, Sonny. Joy to you and to all husbands.
Joy to us all, eh, Coviello?
Joy.
Joy to all husbands.
Joy to all husbands in single blessedness.
No, it's not that. There is a secret joy which I cannot tell. It is a secret from Pantalone.
Sonny, we are indeed friends. But I have a secret from Pantalone that I'm bursting to share.
You have?
Yes, and you must help me. You must carry a chest for me, as I just saw you carry one into your own house.
But is there a chest to be carried into your house as well? Has that accursed doctor spawned a whole generation of children from hell?
No, Sonny, not my house.
No?
Into Pantalone's house.
Oh, then Pantalone could not lift his burden into his own house. And you all know that my precious burden was bigger than Pantalone's. I love it. Tell me, Coviello, is it true that Pantalone could not lift his own child?
Curse him, he's gone mad. No, Sonny, not a child. A chest of lemons. Listen, Sonny. Tonight, Pantalone would bring a chest of lemons to his door, which his wife entreated of him.
A chest of limons? But what would his wife want with a chest of limons?
That's it, Sonny, that's it. Flaminia has led the old mange to think he's going to have a son. Pantalone is mad to satisfy her every craving. Her first demand was for lemons, which, to give her her full measure of delight, Pantalone is sending in a chest.
Of course, I understand now. But what delight is there for Flaminia in the limon?
No, you won't. Dear friend, there would be no lemons in the chest.
But you just said.
Coviello will be in the chest. It is I, Pantalone, will furnish for his wife's delight.
In a chest. Limon.
Yes.
Coviello will be in Pantalone's chest.
And I'm asking you, Sonny, if you will carry the chest into Pantalone's house.
For his wife's
his
delight. Yes, Sonny will carry the chest. Sonny will carry the chest.
My good friend, Sonny, it pleases you.
Oh, yes. Sonny has carried a chest before, and he will carry it again. For his wife's delight. Let's go.
Something for a lover. Mercury Alecchino the messenger, the lackey. Here, she says, is something for my lover. Out of the basket, you lying doctor, out of the basket, and run with this to Pantalone, straight to Pantalone. Do you hear, deliverer? Franceschina does not forget her promises. Pocket, here, a letter for you. Pocket, is there room? Oh, look at you, stuffed, bulging with promises. Was there ever a man who carried such a bundle of promises? What's this at the bottom? Oh. Look at this sweet widow promise. It says, come back, and we'll be quits with the old fool for what he has made us bear. Cynthia, queen of the kitchen. Oh, Alecchino, you will be a respectable, well-fed lover of an old man's wife yet. Cynthia will be my salvation. Cynthia, your little conspirator is here to help you be quits with that husband.
Who's brawling like a vulgar fishwife for Cynthia? Doesn't he know I must have silence in my kitchen?
Oh, mustard seed, come out and see who it is.
Silence!
Vinegar has puckered her temper. Try again, Alecchino. Cynthia!
You have returned! Ooh, welcome, my heaven, my joy. 1,000 welcomes.
Oh, my ecstasy, you remember.
Have I ever loved as I've loved you? Have I known such tenderness with my wench and my husband? Ooh, what do I spice when I spice my mutton? But the dear remembrance of your saucy advances. What do I ring when I strangle chickens? But my husband's neck! The wine of your laughter. Ooh, the milk of your ardor. The oil of your tongue mix with my memories and stir my blood. And the reek, the stench, the filth of my husband's glance, his word, his motion, and I throw every day into the canal everything I beat. Scatter, mash, poison, and throw away is my husband's. Everything I store, treasure, fondle, and keep in my heart is.
Alecchino, and I am one.
Are you in truth? Can I trust my heart?
Forever and ever, my love.
Oh, and if I wait, and if I tell you now when to come to me, will you come?
My heart is too full, dear Cynthia, to mouth mere promises.
Then tonight and forever after, as you please and without let or hindrance, disguise yourself as a dull clod of a country girl and come to visit me. Bring some little parcel, some small gift, so that even my husband will come to know you well and trust you as my sweet, beguiling country cousin.
Oh, love, not even Alecchino could dream up a ruse at once so simple, so sure, so eternally rewarding.
Go now, my promised lover. No word, no kiss, no touch between us until tonight.
Oh, it was a dream, and never will I believe such words were spoken to ragamuffin Alecchino. Oh, but what a dream. After tonight, my heart, my soul, my stomach, and my pride will all be filled. Oh, Cynthia will be my salvation. Oh, Pocket, take this tenderly. Hug Cynthia's promise close to your sides. Oh, don't tear, Pocket. It's a very great and heavy promise. But keep it just until tonight. Because after tonight, Pocket, our cup runneth over.
We are gypsies from the start, dum da re rum and la, a little game called Queen of Hearts, dolly lay long. Come on down and have some fun, dum da re rum and la, as we gamble for your love, dolly lay long. This one's in, that one's out. held in your hand. Lay-lay-long. This one's in, that one's out. It's more fun one round about. This one's in, that one's out. It's more fun one round about.
Oh, la, what a dish. Oh, Alecchino, you're just a darling irresistible. Oh, what a thing it is to be incognito. Everybody look at the incognito. Who's inside this pretty darling? Whose memories are behind these pretty eyes? Whose bosom is swelling neath this swelled bosom? Whose wisdom is behind this folly? Oh, magical Alecchino, how thoroughly you're tucked away. Nobody can find you out but Cinthia and your own salvation.
Alecchino! Have you forgotten about me?
Oh, woman, I've forgotten about you.
Cruel Alecchino! Why are you dressed like that? Is this what comes of your promise? Is this how you remember about my husband's teeth?
Your husband's teeth, little promiser. Since I last saw you, I've been gnashing my own. Alecchino got neither wine, nor meat, nor dessert, nor what he intended from you, and I have tossed your business from my pocket, and I'm in a hurry pursuing a business of my own.
How wrongfully you abuse me, Alecchino! Only this one favor. Only play this one trick on my husband and see how Flaminia can answer for a promise.
Wise lady, do you think Alecchino lives by foolish impulse? What do you want me to do?
Alecchino, you dear clever madman! Hurry into my house and be ready for Pantalone. I have sent for my husband and told him that I have found a dentist for him to cure his breath. Hurry into the house, disguise yourself as a dentist, and return. Oh, disappear, Alecchino. He is coming.
I fly.
Oh, and remember, not a word of this to Coviello, that awful jealous man.
Not a word.
This way, Pantalone! Show me! This way! Pull a little harder, please. And don't fall down. Oh, the poor man is falling.
If he falls, he'll never get up.
I'll get up, curse you, as you will never get up again.
Oh, he's crashing his
Oh, his poor foot, he'll never walk again.
Oh, I'll walk right through your door and into your bedroom and into your bed.
Save his foot!
And keep on walking.
Flaminia, kind neighbor. Here is the chest of lemons, which Pantalone carried for you with the help of his good friend Donny and myself.
1,000 thanks, dear neighbor, and depend upon it, Pantalone will find a way to reward you.
Oh, where is this dentist, Flaminia? Pantalone is ready, girded for his sacrifice.
Girded in trust, stuffed, tied, and feathered.
Then you are ready, dear husband, for whatever befalls.
Ready? He's ripe and spoiling. Did you ever see a man so ripe for what befalls?
So be it! Honest Flaminia, let him come.
Come out, good dentist. My husband is asking for whatever befalls.
In nomine Patris. Where is the hapless man?
Praise heaven and your craft, good man. Here is the willing patient.
Ah, bring him a chair.
A chair! A chair, Pantalone.
A rope.
A rope? Oh, I have just the rope for Pantalone.
Why do you need a rope?
Oh, be seated, Pantalone.
Yes.
Somebody tell me why he needs a rope.
Put your faith in the dentist, Pantalone.
Mamma mia!
Pantalone, this is your day of judgment.
Running away? Husband, where is your great courage?
Stop, Pantalone. What is there to be afraid of?
Oh, who is afraid? Is anyone afraid? Not Pantalone.
Not Pantalone, not with his wife beside him, not with his two friends to give him courage.
But somebody tell me why he needs a rope.
Don't move, Pantalone, for your own sake, dear man. Hold your seat.
For your own sake. For your own sake, you sweet Pantalone. For your own
mean? See the inside of my mouth.
See it? He will smell it. In the north of England, they will smell it. Do you want me to die of the stink of your breath?
If this breath kills the whole world, let that hellhound be the first to go. Let him stink. Let it breathe fire. But it will stay as it is. Stay as it is. Possessed? Of what am I possessed? Of a wife who brings devils to tear teeth out of my jaw. Of a breath that fells men. Would shrink flowers, cause even the canal to hold its nose. No, life, what a toothache you've become. Oh, where is my consolation? Find her, Pantalone. Find her and have her, time or no time, tooth or no tooth. Hug your consolation to you now. Oh, Francesquina! Francesquina, beggars at your door. Your fond merchant Pantalone comes begging.
Sweet Pantalone, what thievish lout has been knocking the teeth out of your mouth?
No, my own wife charged me to see a dentist. Oh, fiendish devil. Oh, who cost me the remainder of my beauty.
Oh, no, Pantalone. Francesquina has a simple remedy for a man's sorrows. Come with Francesquina, and the entire loss will be made up to you.
Oh, but first, good woman, tell me, what of my breath?
What is it? It is breath.
It does not offend you?
Oh, no more than my own.
Oh, my consolation.
Oh, how, Pantalone?
We are the same odor.
Oh, Pantalone, Francesquina, take care of you. Come, baby. Come with Francesquina.
Sonny, do you have the keys?
Yes, from Pantalone's pocket.
When did you get them?
Oh, when the old fool was tied in the chair and howling about losing a tooth.
But you weren't anywhere near his pocket.
Well, I have them just the same.
But if you weren't near his pocket, the action isn't probable. It isn't even possible.
Look, is this Aristotle or Commedia? Oh, get into the chest!
Curses on these lemons. You think you can carry me and all these lemons too?
Oh, yes. I can bear any burden for Pantalone. Have no fear, Comiello. Get in. Get in. Oh, let me sit and enjoy this moment. Oh, Pantalone, I wish you could see me now, wherever you are. What a pity it is you cannot see me now. You fool. You trusting folly. You know father. You know husband.
Sonny boy, what's the matter? Is the chest too heavy for you?
No, too heavy for me. No. Zani can bear any burden for Pantalone. Oh. Flaminia, here are your limons.
Welcome, Sonny.
At last, a clear road to Cynthia's door. A clear night, a clear disguise, a clear promise. Oh, what a man will do to keep a husband smiling.
Doctor! Miraculous doctor!
You recognize me?
Of course I do. Oh, come out, Francesquina. The magical doctor has returned.
You idiot! Why are you interrupting me in the midst of nursing your child?
Oh, forgive me, Francesquina. Were you in the midst of nursing him when I called you?
Right in the midst of it, you idiot, when you shouted.
I'm so sorry. Are you fondling him? Are you showing him great love and tenderness?
Oh, more than you can imagine, you fool. Greater than you could ever dream of.
Oh, let me come in and play a bit with the little dear.
Play with him, you mad old folly. What do you think you like? He would scratch out your eyes.
What? He would scratch out the eyes of his loving papa.
Run to the market stalls and find him a toy. Come back to see him with a toy in your hands, and then you can play with him.
Toy? Where am I to find a toy in the middle of the night?
Oh, Randy, old palsy! I said run! Don't you come back until you find him a toy.
Oh, if I do, will he be happy to see me then?
Oh, well, he will kiss you and bless you. Kiss you and bless you forever.
I will find a toy for him to see me. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, keep him happy, good mother, until I return.
He'll be happy until you return. I promise. Oh. My lover Pantalone is with me now, and when the wheel of heaven wears down his own, he will leave my house, and you can come in, right in that basket.
Oh, that basket.
In that basket until he is gone, and then we shall see which of us can manage a powerful promise.
Very well, we will see.
Oh, yes, we shall see. Ooh. And none of your shouting and yawping, do you hear?
I understand.
Then, when Pantalone finds it in his weakness to leave, you can come in. Shh! If you value my virtue, not a sound.
I found it! I found it!
Johnny, what is that you are carrying?
Oh, Commedia, advise me, will you? Will the little darling like this, huh? Will it please him?
Johnny, how did you come by a child? Has someone left one at your door?
Oh, that is my secret, and Pantalone will never laugh at me again.
But we will have him, Sonny. We have both outwitted him. Think, Sonny, that a man lives who is such a fool.
Oh, the world is not wise, Commedia. The world is not wise.
Oh, Sonny, you've just returned?
Oh, Pantalone, my dear.
What is that you're carrying there, Sonny?
Why, a toy for my newly arrived child, Pantalone.
A child? You have a child? Where is he, Sonny?
Why, with his mother, who has been watching over him this past night.
Oh, blessed child.
Are you to be blessed too, Pantalone?
Oh, not near as blessed as Sonny.
No, I don't think so. Oh, it was a blessed night indeed, was it not? Of which none of us have anything to remember but charity and mercy, and nothing to reap in the morning but gratitude and contentment.
A blessed morning.
A blessed morning, a good morning.
Pantalone! Husband! Oh, at last you are with me again!
My own dear wife, did you miss me?
Not once did I shut my eyes for remembering you were gone.
Oh, dear Flaminia.
Husband! Commedia! Thank God you're back this morning!
Cynthia, my own, were you anxious while I was gone?
Oh, I lay awake all night wondering where you were.
My own Cynthia.
Sonny, my husband. At last you're back from your errand.
Safe and sound, good Francesca. Are you happy I did not despair and return without the toy?
If you had given up and come back without it, your Franceschino would have been
Oh,
lost.
excellent, mother, excellent.
Yes,
A celebration! Oh, dear neighbors, this is a morning for rejoicing. Pantalone and Flaminia ask you all to dine, and we will celebrate these happy reunions of true wives and contented husbands.
A banquet.
A blessed banquet. Sonny, my husband, carry my laundry basket into our house before we settle to this banquet.
Oh, yes, yes, good mother. Yes, yes.
Sonny, let us help you carry your basket. Commedia, let us help Sonny carry his basket.
Oh, Zanni needs no help with the baskets, Pantalone. Zanni can carry a basket, eh?
For your sake, Johnny.
For Sonny's sake, all together.
All together, good friends. Heave ho!
My friend.
The beggar.
The doctor.
My little helper. My conspirator.
Oh, my promise.
How did you get into my basket?
Oh, was this the bundle to be carried into your house, Sonny? What a kindness we were doing for your wife.
A kindness for my wife? Well, then it was a kindness returned to Pantalone. For just this past night, I have carried a chest into your house with just such a burden inside it.
Now, Johnny, don't let the whole world know that that our good friend has a lover coming to his house.
No, and Pantalone will keep it a secret that only this morning was he a lover coming out of Zanni's house, who is, as all the world knows, a jealous old cuckold and an impotent old fool.
Impotent?
Yeah.
You call me impotent? I who produced a child bigger than Pantalones?
If Zanni has a child, it is Pantalone. For Pantalone has lain with his wife and shown her how a child is begotten.
What? Danny.
Then tell Coviello how better to beget a child for Pantalone than by bringing me into his house in a chest of lemons to do what the both of you have lost the memory of, to give your wife pleasure and to beget a child.
No, Cuckold tells us how to give a wife pleasure.
Hi, a cuckold! Yeah, a cuckold!
Who are these men to besmirch our virtues? Pantalone, what have you confessed?
Commedia, has your wife deserved this indignity? Kino! What has the world learned of our love?
What it would learn without my word or your reassurance. What it would learn of all these husbands and wives. For now the cat is out of the bag. And what have you lost now that it's learned all? Honest wives, be honest. Just husbands, be fair. Do any of you find yourselves this morning bereft of what you had last night? The lovers did not steal, and the wives did not lose their virtue in a single night. Virtue sets off meekly in the eye, the leg, the beckoning finger, the slip of the tongue, long before she gallops away in the bed. And the eye, the leg, the finger, and the tongue are not born body, but learn to wander after the example of the husband or the lessons of the wife. Pantalone, teach your wife modesty, and she will teach you the seemliness of love. Coviello, teach your wife contentment, and she will show you the abandon of love. Zanni, give your wife patience and pray for a heavenly reward. With all this done, we will have wisdom for our folly, and remember this night always as a blessing in disguise.